Alright, what's up guys? This is 105 Cubes. It has been like forever since I made a video on this channel. I got a better microphone first off, so I'm not using my camera microphone. I actually do have a studio microphone, but I'm in my room, so I can't bring that from my desk setup. Anyways, if you're probably wondering where I've been on my gaming channel, Guardian. Link in the description to subscribe. And I recently got back into music production, so I really haven't been using either of these channels. But I thought I'd go ahead and make a video. Since my channel is a cubing channel, I thought I'd get back into it because I'm getting back into cubing and doing a how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube to kick off 2017 strong. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't know why I said Han, loser. Anyways, so first things first is you need to know the cube notations. Now the cube, of course, is a cube. No duh. We're not geometry scientists. That didn't work. So you want to know this is always going to be the left layer. This will be the right layer. It's the top layer. It's the bottom layer, or the down layer. The middle layer. The back layer. The front layer. So these are all the layers of the cube, guys. And we're going to start off by, first of all, knowing that red will always be opposite of orange, blue opposite of green, yellow opposite of white. And also, I got a glow wand, guys. I got a glow wand. Back when they were cool. So yeah, no matter how many ways I turn the cube, you're probably thinking, oh, it's not opposite, but really they're still opposite. So, first thing you want to do when you're starting the Rubik's Cube is scramble it. So let me go ahead and get a real scramble, and then I'll get back. Alright guys, so I've gotten a pretty good scramble right now, so let's go ahead and start off with the beginning part of the Rubik's Cube. So, starting off with the Rubik's Cube, we're going to be doing the beginner method because the beginner is just beginner, because I actually started off with the beginner's method and it took me over a year to get to the advanced method.
Excuse me.
So, we're going to start off by showing you guys, we want to get something that called the white cross. Now, the white cross looks a little something like this. Basically just a cross made out of the white part, and then all these edge pieces and centers are lined up. So if you don't know how to do that, guys, of course, that's why I'm here. And also, if you already know how to do this and you're coming for a specific part of the tutorial, we'll have annotations at the top of the screen so you can click through them and be like, hey, what's up, and stuff, yeah. So to get the white cross, of course, this is basically where we're going to start off with something I got from a dude named Noah Richardson. It's called the daisy formation or whatever. Basically, you want to get all the white edges on the yellow side. And to do this, it's super simple, guys. Don't think too much into it. Basically, let's say we have a white edge. And also edge pieces, basically, here's an edge piece. They're connected, right? So that it's not just like it's a side, it's in piece. And then corner pieces, they're connected too. So it's three sides. And then center pieces are connected to the core. I can't rip that out. So anyways, I just had to refix that because I messed it up. So basically, we're going to start with all the edge pieces on the top. So to do this, like, let's say we're holding the cube. We want to have the yellow at top, white at the bottom, alright? First of all. Perfect. Now you want to find edge pieces. Let's say there's an edge piece right like this on your left or your right. Either way is fine. It's super simple. All you have to do is just turn the layer up to the yellow layer. See? Like that. Now, of course, if you're holding it like this and it's right here, of course, it's going to go to the green layer. That's not going to do jack. So you want to make sure the yellow layer's on the top and you have a piece right here. Just like slide that up. You see I have another one right here. Slide that up. Another one. Now you see, but if I were to take this one right here and put it, it would knock this one out. So what am I going to do? Super simple. You would just move it to an empty slot. See, this is an empty edge piece right here. Move just the top layer, the up layer. And now you have a perfect place to put it in. You put it in like that. And you see we have the same thing on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the top layer again and bring that up. Now, of course, this is the daisy formation. That was super easy for me. It was probably a little confusing to you guys, and that's completely fine. Just watch over it a couple times, and you should be able to get the hang of it and figure out what I'm doing. But there's a few other variations of pieces that you might not understand how to get through. For instance, if you have an edge piece that just needs to be flipped, all you got to do with this piece is make sure that there's an empty edge slot next to you. And if there's not, you can still bump the piece out. It's completely fine. Slide it over. We're using the front layer twist, so we have it like this. Do this. And now you have a perfect position to put it into the layer that's empty. Also, there's another variation where it's down here. Super simple as well. Make sure there's an empty piece right here, so this is completely different. Just move the front layer and move this up. Super simple, guys. So once you got the daisy formation on your cube, you want to go ahead and make sure that all of the, remember I showed you they're connected, all of the other colors, so this is green, make sure that they're matched up to their centers. So let's see, blue right here, see, match that up to its center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one layer and I'm going to twist it all the way down to the white side, so we're starting up the cross, see? Do the same for the orange. Move it over, bring it down. Same with the red, move it over, bring it down. Same with the green, move it over, bring it down. So, if you guys followed that correctly, you should have a cross like mine, except for yours should probably look like this. You should have a cross, and then all the pieces are together. Alright guys, so if that made no sense, that's fine. Just kidding, it's not fine. Find something else. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. I just dropped all my cubes. Hold on. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. So, corners, this is probably one of the easiest parts. Gotta fix my microphone. One of the easiest parts to do. It's super simple. So, all you really gotta do is just find a corner. Done. You should solve the cube. I'm just kidding. So, for instance, take a look at the centers around it. So, for this, it's a 3-piece, right? Because, you know, 3 pieces. So, find 3 edges. Centers. Find 3 centers. You should have this center, and this center. So this is green, red, and white. So what piece are we going to look for? The green, red, and white. And luckily it's right here. See, green, white, and white. Green, red, white. So what we need to do is we need to put it in the placement where we could bring it up. So white right here. Remember, the same thing with the edges. You just turn it up. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck? I just messed up my cross. No, I can't figure out how to do anything. Screw my life! No, don't think that way. Don't. So, basically, you don't want to do it this way. See how it's matched up, right? And this is a good way to test if it's there, but that's not the perfect way to do it. You want to make sure it's matched up, and then you bring it down, alright? So, what you do is, instead of bringing it up, move the piece out of the way. See the corner piece, moving it out of the way. Bringing the edge, or the side with this side, bringing it side to side, bringing it down. Bringing it over so we can match it up with the edge piece, and then bringing that back down. Back up, and then you should see that this side is solved. See? Corner is in the placement. Now, if it's a little confusing, it should be. Don't worry. It shouldn't be confusing. But that's basically how you do it. And you probably just keep watching that over and over again, and you should get the hang of what I'm doing. Alright, so let's find another one. Green, red, and white. I'm sorry, that's an orange. Freaking idiot. Green, orange, and white. So, we have the piece right here. Green, orange, and white. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that over to where you see it's in flush. Test to see if it works. Works. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it out of the way. Bring this layer down. Move it back into the way. And bring it back up. Now we should have this whole first side solved. Flip the cube around. And now you probably, if you're like me, you have pieces in their slots. But they're in like wrong slots or they need to be flipped or something. That's perfectly normal. So to get these pieces out, we're going to get both of them out so we don't have to worry. So to get a piece out of it, if it's already in the slot, is just to bring the layer with the piece down, bring the layer over to where the piece goes behind the layer, like this, and bring it back up. Now you see now you should see that the layer is right here. So that's how you do that. And now we see that this is red, blue, and white, and this is red, blue, and white. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to move it over twice. See, this is red, blue, and white. Bring this layer down, bring it over, and bring it up. So if you have a piece right here, a good way to speed it up is you can move it over, down, and if it's already over, just bring it down, over, up. So that's how you get the first layer, guys. You want to make sure the first layer is like this, with all these solved into like a T formation. And if you have more, it's fine. Alright, so guys, on to the middle layer. The middle layer, I have to say, is probably the hardest part, or second to hardest part, of this series. Alright, so when I learned the middle layer, it was a little different than what I'm about to teach you. My way was a little crappier, but I'm going to teach you the way that the pamphlet teaches you. If you get one of those, like you could do the Rubik's Cube pamphlets from like the 80s or whatever. This is a perfect, this is a better way to do it. Alright guys, So, basically, I already have a few pieces in, like this piece is already in, but let's find a piece that does not have, an edge piece that does not have yellow or white. And if it has white, you messed up the cross badly, guys. I'm sorry. That does not have yellow. So in this case, we have the orange and green, alright? So we're going to line up this to the side that's on the front face. So this is orange. Now, which direction is it going? Since this piece is already solved, we're going to the green side, so that would be to the left. So the algorithm to turn to the left would be U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And now you should see that this piece is in its slot with the corners and everything's still fine. Let's find another piece to solve on. Alright guys, so another thing is if you have all the pieces in one slot, or whatever, this in like, they're all in slots and they're all yellows at the top. They're all yellows at the top. Basically, what you want to do is pretend like a yellow is a piece. For instance, like, this piece needs to go here. See, they need to be flipped. You could just flip it as like a dud piece or a buffer piece. So to do this, you just do one of the algorithms. So which one do I want to get out? Since I'll get this one out, since I already taught it. So, alright guys, so if we have it going to the right, here's the algorithm to do that. It should be U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And it should go in nicely. Alright guys, so if you guys are finished with the first two layers like I should, it should look exactly like this. There's two layers that have been solved of the Rubik's Cube. Alright, so next for the last layer, you want to check out for 3 different variations of things to solve. There should be either the bar, which will look like 3 pieces in like this, all in a straight line. The hook, which would look like 3 pieces in a corner, so it could be in any way. Or a center, just a yellow center, maybe some corners, but no edges. Alright, so guys, starting with the bar, of course you might have some corners in there, but it's just a bar. So to do this, you want to hold it where it's going left to right, and then do the following algorithm. It'll be up on the screen so you guys can follow along a lot easier. Front, right, up, right prime, up prime, front prime. And if you did it correctly, you should have a cross in the middle. You might have some corners out there, but just all the yellow edges should be flipped. Next, I'm going to show you guys the hook. The hook should look a lot like what I showed you before. The hook should look like this. It could have some corners added onto it, but as long as there's no other edges, it should look like this. Note, when you're holding the hook, you want to make sure that the hook is hooking the top left corner. Then do the following algorithm on the screen. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. And now you should have a cross. Now note, like I said before, the cross could have some other corners, but it's just as long as all the edges are flipped. Alright guys, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is when there's no edges flipped upwards, it's all just a center. Even with some corners, it can have all the corners if you want, just a center though, no edges flipped. You want to do either one of those algorithms, either the hook or the bar. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. If you do the bar, you get the hook, and you do the hook, you do the bar. It's really odd. If you do the bar algorithm, you get the hook. If you do the hook algorithm, you get the bar. So I'm just going to choose either one. Let's just choose the hook. Now we got the bar, and we could do like I taught you. Alright, so once you get to the cross, there's many times, but basically, you want to just keep going until you get a fish pattern. The fish should look like this. It's 1 dot, 2 edges, 1 dot, 4 edges, and a center. Just 1 corner, and the rest of them are empty. 1 corner out of all of them. And that should be called the fish. It could be like this, this, or this. Doesn't matter. So, no matter what you do, you want to hold it, if you have a cross, just keep doing this algorithm until you get the fish. R, U, R prime, U, R, U twice, R prime. Now you see I didn't get the fish, so I'm going to do it again. Still didn't get it. Takes a long time. Alright guys, so I finally got the fish. Now, note when you're holding the fish, hold it at the bottom left corner where the head's at the bottom left like this. Now, there's two types of fishes. There's this version, then there's this version where there's no yellow corner facing the front. There's one in this at the side. So starting off with the one at the side, to get to where it's flipped at the front, because that's how you solve the yellow side, you want to do this the same algorithm you did for the other one with this at the bottom left. R, U, R prime, U, R, U twice, R prime. Now it should be over here. Flip that down to the bottom left. Now you should have a yellow corner facing you that indicates that you're about to be finished. R, U, R prime, U, R, U twice, R prime. Now you should have the yellow side completed. Now all we have to do to get this is get this last layer down called PLL, which is permutation of last layer, but you guys don't need to worry about that. That means nothing for you guys right now. So for PLL, or whatever this is, the last layer, you're trying to look for two pairs of headlights. Now headlights will look like this, where two corners are flush on the same side, and they have an empty center or a full side is completed. Here's a pair of headlights right here. So it could be like this or like this. You just have to make sure to line them up to the correct color. So when you get a pair of headlights, you want to hold the pair of headlights to the back. Next, you want to perform the following algorithm. R prime, front. R prime, back twice. R, front prime, R prime, back twice. Then R2. Now, if you match all the headlights up, you should get any types of patterns. I got this pattern, but let me show you a few variations of the headlight. Alright guys, so you could get cases without headlights, and don't freak out, don't like piss your pants or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. Anyways, so to get out of a case with headlights, you just want to do R prime, you just want to do the same thing I taught you before. R prime front, or R prime back twice, R front prime, R prime back twice, R twice. And now you should have a pair of headlights, connect them, put them together, and then do the same algorithm. And if you're like me, you got lucky and solved the whole cube. But that's not what we're here for. Alright guys, so another version of it would be you have a full side in the back, but I can't seem to get to a case like that. I can't remember the freaking algorithm for it. I know like full PLL, but it's all muscle memory. I can't just like force myself to do it. Anyways, so there's 4 different ways you can get the ending part right here, and it would be this way where you have it going counterclockwise with the solve side in the back, this way where you have it going clockwise and the solve side in the back, a side where you have to have these two edge pieces swapped and these two edge pieces switched, and then where these two edge pieces need to switch and these two need to switch. So for the counterclockwise one, you want to have the solve side in the back, and if you know the pieces are going this way, this piece needs to go here, this piece needs to go here, and this piece needs to switch over to here. The algorithm for that is R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R twice. The other version is where this piece needs to go here, this piece needs to go here, and this piece needs to flip around. Again, hold the solve side in the back, and do R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime. So if you happen to get either one of these cases, the one where you have to switch or the one where they're right next to each other, just do either one of the algorithms I just showed you, and it should get you to either one of those cases with the solve side in the back. So like this one, do the algorithm I just showed you, now you have a solve side. So after that, guys, you guys should be done with the Rubik's Cube. Congratulate yourself, and go ahead and show off to your friends. Now, if this tutorial wasn't any good, just tell me in the comments below, and I could totally make a better one. But I just thought I'd shoot that out. I have not recorded a cubing video in over a year, so I thought I'd get one out. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a good week. I don't know, no holidays coming up. And I will see you guys, actually, good inauguration. Just kidding. I'm not giving my thoughts on that inauguration thing. See you guys. Bye.